Hey everybody, it's Steph Davis here from flipthiswholesaler.net. Happy New Year everyone. It's been a while since my last video, but I have a brand new reader mail question for you guys. This question actually we had a coaching call today, and one of our coaching students wrote this question in during our coaching call today. This comes from Jeff, and Jeff's question says, I'm getting ready to submit my first offers on REO properties, but I'm a little afraid of losing money. My question is, how do I protect myself from losing my earnest money deposit if my end buyer backs out of my wholesale deal? And again, this is a question that I get a lot from beginning wholesalers. You know, they're afraid they're going to go out and make offers on bank-owned properties. They're afraid that if they put their deposit up, whether it be $500 or $1,000, then they find an end buyer and the end buyer backs out of the deal, then what happens? And it's actually a pretty simple solution. What you want to do anytime, whether it's a bank-owned property that you're wholesaling or a deal with a private seller, you always, well, two things. Number one, you want to, you don't allow your end buyer to put any sort of contingencies in their offer, okay? It needs to be an as-is offer, no contingencies, no inspection period, no financing contingency, no contingencies whatsoever. And then the second thing, you always want to get an earnest money deposit from them. I typically get $2,000 no matter what, and I typically put down, usually if I'm dealing with bank-owned properties, I'll put down $1,000. You know, if you were in a situation where you put up $1,000 and gave to the bank, and then you got $2,000 from your end buyer, and your end buyer backed out of the deal, you know, as long as their contract, as long as they don't have any outs in their contract, there's no contingencies, no inspection contingency or financing contingency, then if they back out of the deal, you get to keep their earnest money deposit, okay? It's a non-refundable earnest money deposit that you're getting from your end buyer. So in the case like I just explained, if you gave the bank $1,000 and your end buyer gave you $2,000 and you don't close on the deal, let's just say that your end buyer backs out of the deal the day before closing, you can't close on it, you can't find another buyer, you're going to lose your you're going to lose your earnest money deposit to the bank. So you're out $1,000. However, you got that $2,000 from your end buyer, which is non-refundable also, which you get to keep. So you actually end up $1,000 ahead of the game. So just keep those two things in mind when you're wholesaling. You always want to get an earnest money deposit from your end buyer. The larger the better. And you know, again, when I was just getting started, I was kind of a little nervous about asking my end buyers to give me an earnest money deposit. I don't know why. I was just kind of nervous about asking, but you know, people who are, you know, seasoned investors and they're used to buying from wholesalers, or you know, buying from anyone really, it's standard practice to give an earnest money deposit. So don't be bashful about it or afraid. And also, you know, you should be selling to cash buyers or, you know, people getting hard money. I typically just sell to cash buyers and that's it. So, you know, if they're bringing $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 cash to the table to purchase a property, it shouldn't be any problem for them to put up, you know, $2,000 deposit or $3,000 or $4,000 or, you know, whatever you decide, excuse me, to ask for. So anyway, I know that's something that a lot of, you know, new wholesalers get hung up on. So just keep those two things in mind. Make sure that your contract with your end buyer is as is, no contingencies. So if they back out, you keep their earnest money deposit and make sure that you get a sizable earnest money deposit from them and you have no worries. That's it for now. I'll be back in another week or so with another reader mail. If you guys have questions, I've been having some problems with my comments on my blog. They should be working now. Just go ahead and leave a comment below this video on my blog. If you have one, I'll do my best to answer. If you're watching this on YouTube, I actually disabled the comments on YouTube because it gets too confusing for me to have questions coming from multiple sources. So if you're watching this on YouTube, if you just go to my blog, which is flipthiswholesaler.net. There should be a link right below this video. I will be happy to take any questions that you have. I will see you guys next time. Happy New Year again. Have a good night. Bye-bye.